Hi, this is Melissa.
And I'm Pam with ProjectNursery.com, and we're going to take a peek into a twin boys nursery that has quite a few clever DIYs.
So I feel like our readers are having twins or multiples.
We're seeing a lot lately.
More and more. They're coming into the gallery, which is great inspiration because I can only imagine.
It takes a lot of planning.
Right. And after getting over the shock of having twins or triplets, the design inspiration. And this room, they did a really nice job because, well, starting with the layout, we always look at that first. I like the fact that the cribs are positioned as if they were twin beds and they're not pushed up against the wall in this case. They're floating in the room, really taking center stage.
They're beautiful modern cribs. Again, this is a navy, gray, and orange color palette. It's simple, but it works really well. And I love all the sweet projects that she took on, starting with those mobiles.
Right, yarn-wrapped styrofoam balls in coordinating color palettes is really quite charming.
And I thought it was quite clever that she found a couple of duvets, wide striped duvets from Target, and just transformed them into window panels.
Right, I mean, that is so smart. So this room is very clever. Of course, it has a lovely gallery wall of art featured above the changer, but I do like the fact that the mirror was incorporated, and just note the position of the mirror. I think it's unique that it's off to the side and a little bit higher, and it just really makes it more of an art piece than something functional.
It does, and I have to point out that Mom actually made most of that wall art in those prints.
Well, and the theme of this nursery is really a modern safari, and if you dig a little deeper, you see that because the prints are all animal silhouettes.
Elephants and...
Right, and I think that's a really cool thing to do without getting too themey. It's very modern and simple.
Great. So we love it. Tell us what you think and log on to ProjectNursery.com for more great nursery tours. We hope to see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Melissa with ProjectJunior.com. I'm here today with Sherry Schubert, and we are going to share with you Sherry's amazing gender-neutral children's room. So I'm really excited to be here today with Sherry. Now, Sherry, tell me about your children. What are their ages?
So I have a 3-year-old, actually he just turned 4, sorry, and I have a 7-year-old.
And this room is pretty large, so I understand this room is your master bedroom?
Yes.
And so why did you decide to give the kids the master bedroom?
Well, I felt like they needed a play space and a space to sleep. So that was really my goal in putting them in this larger space where I could just condense it all into one little space.
I totally agree with you. So let's check out all these details because I first stepped in this room and I was so impressed. I mean, the organization, the color scheme. So I wanted to ask you, let's talk about the beds because the beds, the position of the beds and what you've done here completely makes this room and makes the floor plan what it is, which makes it so functional.
Okay, so these I bought from Amazon.com. They are made by South Shore and they were $150. This room has been done on a budget, by the way. And then it allows for additional storage. So, for example, all my son's cars can go in there so I don't have to look at them.
And storage here. So tell me, where did you get this bookshelf?
So this is from IKEA, but they're 3 separate units. So each unit was $40. And then what we did was we attached them, we painted the back, and then you can buy these strips to cover instead of paint it, to fill it in. So we did that, and then my husband mounted it to the wall, and of course you don't see why. Yeah, for safety, that's right. And what's great about these is they're like 80 inches high, so it actually really feels like it's a wall, but it's also used for storage and for books.
What I love about this room is the personalization, very subtle though. So the color scheme, we have a bright blue as well as orange. Tell me about the decal, the bead.
Okay, so I had to cut this out, so you can't just buy a big bee. So this was challenging. So what I did is I created a square, put it on the wall, and then I had to cut out the shape. And I used an X-Acto knife to do that without going into the wall too deeply. And it works perfectly.
And it's just a simple, impactful statement.
Yes.
So this is clearly Ben's side of the room.
It is. And his artwork as well. So
of course.
That personalizes it.
And tell me, okay, the bedding, simple, keeping it white. I think that was a really key idea. Part of the design of the room is keeping it light. Yes. I can tell you're a minimalist.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So this is where the kids do their homework.
Correct, and this is, I've kind of added to that, and I've made a homework box, so when they come home at night, they have their, tray to put their homework in, so they know where it is all the time, it doesn't get lost, they know when it's finished, it goes back in their backpack, and I mounted that against the wall. And then we also have a magnetic board here.
Okay, so now we're on your daughter's area of the room.
So this is the orange side, and my kids got to pick their colors. So I felt like it was really important that they took ownership of this space and felt good when they walked into it. So she loves orange and chose the orange. And
they must have known. Those are the two hottest colors, aqua and orange.
So yeah, so I wanted to keep it consistent enough to where, I didn't have different colored bedding, flowers and all of that. I wanted to still keep it clean and, white and bright and cheery and add the coloring.
Terrific. So I think it's really important to take a look at the floor tiles. I've always said, your area rug is really going to anchor the room. Well, clearly you did that. It's anchored each of their individual spaces. So what did you use?
So I used floor tiles. You can make them whatever size you want, whatever pattern, and I love it. If I get bored with this, I can make it, a different pattern the next day or whatever. And it really does give them a sense of separateness here, being able to do the blue on one side and the orange on the other.
It's perfect. I love the look. So what I think is so ingenious about this room is using every ounce of space. So let's take the air conditioning and heating unit, for example. Now these things aren't necessarily attractive, but Sherry, you've done something really cool here. You've made it fun and functional. So let's take a look. Tell me, what is this?
Okay, so these are similar to the wall applique that you can put, so it's a dry erase board. My daughter loves to play school, so she spends hours on this board, her and her brother, and they play and they erase, and she writes, as you can see, pretty momentous for the day. And it's really where she spends a lot of her time, I'll be honest, in this room. It's a great space, yeah.
I love, what a great idea. So shades finish off any room, and Roman shades are particularly expensive, especially finding custom Roman shades to fit a window this large. But I hear you got a deal?
I did get a deal. Blind Express makes these great shades, and you just have to be really careful when you're ordering to make sure you get the right size.
Right.
I kind of was off about an inch here, but they're beautiful, and I stuck with the white again. I wanted to feel like it was all part of the same, space.
Great
when
choice.
I close it.
Great deal.
Great
I'm definitely
deal.
going to go check out Blind Express.
Yeah.
All right, so not to be really nosy, but I'm going to ask you, what's inside the closet? Should we open it?
Yes.
Can I?
Yeah. Of
Okay.
course. Okay.
No room tour would be complete without a look of the closet, and oh my god, jackpot! I mean, this is so major here. Okay, sewing, American Girl, construction, Play-Doh, food.
Yes.
You even have the kids' food organized in there for play food. I am so impressed. Now, I mean, and the system.
These were $10 each. You can buy these anywhere. Amazon, sometimes Bed Bath & Beyond has them, and they were $10, and you just stack them, and then my husband, of course, mounts them against the wall. And what's great is you can flip them the other direction as well. So if you have a larger bin that you need to hold something,
right,
it's perfect.
This is very Montessori. I mean, it's a great way to teach your kids to take something out and put it back and put it back in the right place. And I think that's just a great parenting skill to to offer your children and to teach them. But this is immaculate. It's fantastic, and probably another reason why you went with the master bedroom, because you have two closets. You have this one and then the one for clothes.
That's right.
And it's all you need.
Yes.
This is an amazing room. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching Room Tours. Check back on projectjunior.com or on projectnursery.com, and we'll have more great room tours. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Thanks so much, and thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay.
So the next room is a big boys room, and it's a shared room created by Belinda of Nest Design Studio from Australia.
Right, and you did something very similar for your sons when they bunged together, but this room is awesome. Again, black and white.
Awesome.
What I love are those wall decals, those mirror wall decals in the triangle black and white pattern on that accent wall behind the beds. And the other thing I love are those duvets.
Those duvets are so cool. I have to find the source for it, but I know it was custom created for Belinda, for her children. And it just designates, this is Hugh's side of the room and this is Charles' side of the room.
Right, and one other great feature of the room is the closet, right? So all about storage and organization.
And maximizing space. I mean, when you have two beds in there, it's difficult.
Right.
So giving those kids space is by taking the dresser and moving it into the closet, behind the closet door.
And she keeps it neat. I love it. Belinda, excellent job. Well done. We hope you loved this trend of black and white. Please tell us. And we'll see you again for some more room tours on projectnursery.com.
Thanks so much for watching. Hi, this is Melissa with ProjectNursery.com. I'm going to share with you today an uber classic and traditional toddler room for 2 little boys. Now, this room is created by Liz Carroll Interiors, and this room is based in North Carolina. It does have that beachy feel, so take a close look. It's a very traditional, classic room. What really makes it pop is the color of orange and aqua. Very simple. You can clearly tell that the parents spent most of their money on the built-ins. Great desk space for 2 growing boys, but I love the fact that they did 2 white bunks. By bunking your kids, it allows for more ample floor space for them to play. So for example, Liz threw in a couple great bean bags, allows the children to play as toddlers as they grow into the older space using the real desk when it comes time for schoolwork. Thanks so much for following us today. Make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll see you again soon. Hi, this is Melissa.
And I'm Pam with ProjectNursery.com. How about a nursery for triplet girls?
Enough said.
Let's just go straight to the nursery door.
Let's see it. Okay, so if I can only imagine finding out that I would be having triplets.
It'd be quite overwhelming.
It would be so overwhelming, let alone creating a nursery for 3 little girls.
But Mom Julie did this beautifully, and there's one key takeaway, and that it's all about the layout.
It is. Now, she did a great job about placing each of the cribs against the wall. So she has 3 cribs and 2 dressers. I like the fact that she went vertical with the dressers, so they were a little bit taller, a little bit more narrow. And in addition, the closet. In a situation like this,
you've got to be organized.
You do, and you have to take off the closet door because there's no way she was able to do all 3 cribs and open the closet door. So instead, she created a fabric panel, and it not only added an extra design element to the room, but it made sense and it's very functional.
And the closet has that pop of coral, which is very cute. So one other really special piece in the nursery is the rocking chair. This was actually passed down from Julie's mother, and her husband refinished it while she was on bed rest in the hospital. So it's very special when she's rocking her baby girls in that very same rocker that she was rocked in.
Very cool. I also think that the mobiles that she created herself are very cool.
Which she features on her blog.
Yes, My Team Patterson. And so she shows you how to create that paper mobile. And she created one for every single crib. Each daughter gets their own mobile, lovingly made by Mom.
It's so sweet. And I like how she layered the pattern. She's got chevron, she's got polka dot in there, and some florals. So
and the color scheme, it works. She did a base, a neutral, a gray, which is wonderful, and then added some feminine touches with lime and coral accents.
It's a bright, cheerful space. I'm sure Julie's going to be spending a lot of time in there with her beautiful daughters. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thanks for sharing it on Project Nursery, and for more great nurseries, please check out ProjectNursery.com.
Thanks so much for watching. Hi, this is Melissa with ProjectNursery.com. Now, we're all obsessed with the royal baby, and I have the most stunning royal nursery fit for 2 little princesses that I'm going to share with you today. Interior designers Rockabye Mommy created a room that is just, it's so amazing, I have to share it with you. Now, this nursery boasts some of the top of the line, most expensive baby furniture called Art for Kids. And it starts off with 2 tuffeted cribs. Also, you know, nothing says royal like having a canopy above the crib. Now, we're seeing a trend here with angel wings. I'm telling you, I've seen more stone angel wings in the last month than I've ever seen before, and it's a perfect angelic feel for any little girl's room. Now, take a look at the entire room, see the Venetian mirror, the mirrored chest, the beautiful carpet. This room screams royal baby and elegance, and every detail is just divine. Rockabye Mommy has put together some beautiful rooms, but we've never seen anything like this. So this glamorous nursery is perfect for any prince or princess, or in this case, princesses. I hope Will and Kate are watching. For more great nurseries and fabulous rooms, visit ProjectNursery.com for great room tours each and every week. Thanks so much. Hey everyone, this is Melissa Fluhr with ProjectNursery.com. How do you get 3 kids to live in a 1,000 square foot apartment in your master bedroom? We did it, and I can't wait to show you how. introduce you to Brianne Mans. Now, Brianne is a well-known New York City mom blogger. She runs the website strollerinthecity.com. And Brianne came to me, pregnant with their third child, asking, Melissa, how am I going to make this work? We live in a 1,000 square foot apartment, a 1-bedroom, and currently a quarter of our bedroom is dedicated to our 2 kids. So how do we do this? Well, to be honest, it's a really common question. We get this question a lot at Project Nursery, and it's about urban living. So I showed up at Brianne's apartment to take a look, and what we had was, a little boy's room, a little toddler room with oversized furniture. And what I mean by that, her son Ryder had a very large car bed. I think it was Lightning McQueen, and we had large nursery furniture. Definitely not appropriate for a small apartment. It was dark wood, it was heavy, and it completely overpowered the corner of the room that she dedicated to her children. So the first step was to repaint the room. It was dark blue for boys, but we needed to make the room light and airy and paint it white. Starting with a clean, simple slate was the best option for this space. And we did something a little bit different. We turned to a company called Numi Numi. Now, Numi Numi means sleep, sleep in Hebrew, and its founder is Fluhr Shapiro, based out of California. And he's launched a furniture line for children that is nothing like we've ever seen before at Project Nursery. So we looked to his crib. The crib was called Funky Forest. That's part of his collection. And this crib was really unique, and starting with just the shape of the slats. Now, a typical crib will have your standard either spindles or flat slats, but you'll see here that his designs have a beautiful soft flow. It's non-toxic, it's eco-friendly, it's made here in the USA, and we chose a birch finish to keep everything light and airy. So that was the first step of finding a modern crib with a small footprint. And because it has a small footprint, we were able to also incorporate his changer from the Funky Forest collection. Now, this changer is not like any other changer you've seen before. It actually lights up. I'm not kidding, and it almost acts as a nightlight to the room. It has a beautiful, warm, soft glow, but it adds something very different. Now, taking a look at this room, we decided to divide it into 2 parts. The first half was to be for the baby and totally dedicated to the baby, with the changer and the crib on one side. And the second half, we needed to bunk the older kids, and we wanted to carry out that light, airy, modern, fresh feel. So we turned to OOF and used their perch bunk bed, which is also has a smaller footprint. It's actually one of my favorite bunk beds on the market. Throughout the room though, the idea, because the crib was called Funky Forest, we wanted to add a forest feel, and we did that very easily by turning to the wall decors. And the wall decors is a line of vinyl wall decals, which we installed on one side of the walls to create a forest feel. But again, clean and modern. As in any room with kids, storage is key to a successful room that remains clutter-free. And of course, having 3 kids, the key is to be clutter-free. So we turned to IKEA. IKEA has a fantastic cabinet called the Stuvia. What I like about this, it does a birch finish as well as a white finish, so it's two-toned. Again, goes beautifully with the finishes in the room and fit just perfectly next to the bed. And then of course came the accents. So we didn't have space to create a large area rug, so instead we turned to Elks and Angels for their rugs, and we just used 2 very soft sheepskin. And next we looked to Tamara Mogendorf for her deer head. Now this is fun, it's whimsical, but just a beautiful, beautiful hand-created piece that is a real focal point of the room in terms of art. And of course, no nursery would be complete without the crib bedding, so we turned to Dwell Studio for their Meadow Nursery collection. We felt bringing in some pinks and blues, keeping it fairly neutral since after all, Brianne has now 2 girls and 1 boy. So there you have it, that's 3 kids in 1 room. So yes, it is possible. Next time you complain that you're short on space, take a look at this room. Anything's possible as long as you keep it light, airy, clean, and clutter-free. Thanks so much for watching. For more great design reveals and makeovers, check back on projectnursery.com, and don't forget to like us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. Hi, this is Melissa.
And I'm Pam with ProjectNursery.com, and we want to share with you an updated traditional nursery for twin baby boys.
So Pam, what is updated traditional exactly? Why don't you explain to our audience?
So Mom of Tuck and Cam wanted, you know, that traditional classic look, but she really wanted to do it in an updated way with clean lines and, you know, not a lot of clutter.
Right, and I think she accomplished that by the vertical stripes in the wall. I mean, that's the first thing you look at when you look at this room.
Right, you know, we never get tired of stripes, but I like how she did it. She went with vertical stripes in a soft grayish blue, and I think it works really well with those Jenny Lind white cribs.
I really like the use of her color palette. I found, you know, you mentioned that the gray blue from the walls, but also there's touches of navy, actually a lot of navy found in the bedding from Pottery Barn Kids, as well as a DIY repurposed recycled dresser that she had owned from the 80s in a dark navy. But then there's that touch of green.
I like that she added
works.
the green. It all
I do
works.
too.
And I like that she wasn't afraid to do some DIY projects. She also spray painted a chandelier from Lowe's and added some shades. It's a really beautiful,
Simple
and
touches.
some personal items too. Some prints that she found at a Paris flea market. So all around a beautiful nursery. You must be so proud, Mom of Tuck and Cam. We're so thankful that you uploaded your nursery to our gallery, and if you have a nursery to share, please let us know.
Thanks so much for watching.